Welcome back to my channel. Today, I have an extremely important and deeply impactful update that every immigrant, newcomer, permanent resident, and future citizen of Canada needs to hear. Because what I am about to share could completely reshape the way thousands of people apply for and receive Canadian citizenship in 2025 and 2026. These new instructions were quietly implemented, but they carry major changes that will make the process more accessible, more flexibly, and more inclusive for many people who previously struggled with the citizenship process. But at the same time, these updates also mean that applicants need to understand the new rules clearly to make sure they don't make mistakes or unintentionally cause delays in their citizenship journey. So stay tuned, because in this video, I'm breaking down the 8 major new citizenship accessibility instructions now in effect, what they mean in simple words, and how they will impact your journey toward becoming a Canadian citizen. Before we go deeper, let me start with a quick hook. Imagine this. You've lived in Canada for years, contributed to the community, followed the rules, worked hard to build a life here, and now the final step, citizenship, feels more within reach than ever before. These new measures are designed to support exactly that scenario. The government has realized that many people face real barriers when applying for citizenship. Language limitations, disabilities, age-related challenges, documentation issues, financial constraints, digital access problems, or even mental health difficulties. And for the first time, IRCC has formally updated its instructions to address these barriers in a structured and humane way. So let's break down everything clearly, and I'll walk you through all the changes in detail. Welcome once again, and let us get into the full explanation of how these 8 new citizenship instructions will help you or your loved ones in the 2025 to 2026 application cycle. The Government of Canada has taken a big step forward in making the citizenship process easier by acknowledging that not everyone has the same ability to navigate paperwork, meet physical test requirements, or use online systems. In other words, Canada's officially saying that citizenship is not just a test. It's a right that should be accessible to all eligible permanent residents. The first major change focuses on improving access for applicants with disabilities. Many people have long struggled with sitting for the citizenship test, attending in-person interviews, or even using the online portals. With the new instructions, IRCC is obligated to provide alternative formats, additional assistance, and accommodations based on individual needs. This includes options such as oral tests, extended time limits, in-person support, sign language interpreters, or in rare cases, full exemptions from the knowledge or language requirements. This is a huge step forward, especially for seniors, refugees, people with learning disabilities, and those who face barriers that were not adequately recognized before. Another significant update is related to the language requirement accessibility. Previously, language ability had to be demonstrated through documents like test results, school certificates, or job letters. Many applicants faced difficulties because they either couldn't obtain these documents from their home country or lacked the financial resources to take expensive language tests. The new instructions clarify that IRCC must now consider a broader range of acceptable proof and even allow officers to use their judgment in cases where formal documents are not available. If raisonnable, the officer can evaluate language skills directly during an interview, making the process more flexible and fair. The third update relates to the physical presence requirement. While the rule of spending 1095 days in Canada within the 5 years before applying remains unchanged, IRCC now includes clearer guidelines for applicants who faced interruptions due to accessibility barriers. For example, individuals dealing with medical crises, rehabilitative treatment, disability-related travel limitations, or other exceptional circumstances may receive more consideration when IRCC evaluates their timelines and documentation. This doesn't eliminate the physical presence rule, but it provides humane flexibility for people who couldn't control their situation. The fourth change introduces alternative formats for the citizenship knowledge test. For many years, the citizenship test was primarily accessible through paper-based or online formats, with little flexibility. Now, applicants with accessibility needs can request oral tests administered by an officer, simplified test formats, or assisted testing sessions. This ensures that people who genuinely understand Canada's rights, laws, and responsibilities, but cannot take the test, in the standard format will no longer be unfairly excluded. The fifth new instruction strengthens IRCC's responsibility toward communication accessibility. This means that IRCC must provide information and updates in accessible formats, including large print, plain language explanations, interpreter support, or alternative languages for those who need them. The biggest change is that the burden is no longer on the applicant, it is on IRCC to ensure equal access. This could significantly reduce confusion, delays, and miscommunication. The sixth update expands the range of acceptable documentation for identity verification. Many immigrants, especially refugees, stateless individuals, and older adults struggle to provide traditional identity documents from their home countries. The new rules allow applicants to submit alternative forms of identification, sworn declarations, and supporting evidence when standard documents are unavailable for valid reasons. This reflects Canada's commitment to fairness and acknowledges the realities many newcomers experience. The seventh instruction highlights financial accessibility. Applying for citizenship can be expensive, especially for families with multiple applicants. With the new updates, IRCC will now apply strengthened guidelines for fee waivers, fee deferrals, or reduced financial burdens in cases where applicants face genuine financial hardship due to disability, low income, or other special circumstances. While fees are still required for most applicants, the system is now more compassionate and flexible for those in need. The eighth and final update focuses on digital accessibility. As Canada transitions more services online, many applicants, especially seniors, have struggled to navigate the digital portals. IRCC is now required to provide offline options, additional support for applicants who are not digitally literate, and in some cases, permission to submit paper applications. Even when online submission is the standard method, this ensures that citizenship remains accessible to people who do not have the technology, skills, or comfort level required to use online systems. All these 8 new instructions work together to create a more accessible, inclusive, and fair Canadian citizenship process. Whether you are a senior, a person with a disability, someone with limited English or French skills, someone who cannot use digital systems, or a person who simply faces obstacles that others may not understand, these new instructions ensure that you are not left behind. They reflect the idea that citizenship should not be limited by wealth, ability, age, or background. It should be an opportunity that every deserving permanent resident can reach. As we move into 2025 and 2026, these changes will play a major role in thousands of applications. So if you or your family members plan to apply for citizenship, this is the right time to understand how these rules help you. Make sure to gather your documents early, understand what accommodations you may be eligible for, and reach out to IRCC or support organizations. If you need additional assistance, the new instructions are meant to support you, so don't hesitate to use them. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with a reminder. Becoming a Canadian citizen is one of the biggest milestones in your immigration journey. It gives you the right to vote, travel with one of the strongest passports in the world, secure your future in this country, and truly call Canada your permanent home. These new accessibility instructions are a reminder that Canada values inclusivity and fairness. No one should be forced to give up on their dream of citizenship just because of barriers they cannot control. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for staying till the end of this detailed explanation. I hope this breakdown helped you understand the 8 new Canadian citizenship accessibility instructions now in effect for 2025 and 2026. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video with anyone preparing for their citizenship application. Your support helps us continue delivering accurate and meaningful updates to the community. Stay informed, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next video with more important immigration updates.